Hey guys, welcome back to the series. So in the previous video, we introduced the loop. We included some new posts, tags, categories, and also we made the loop functional. So now the posts are showing in order as they should. But there is one more thing that we need to do before we move on, and that is the navigation for the posts. So let's quickly take care of that. Instead of these links, I'm going to do some PHP and then we'll be calling some functions. Okay, so this is articles nav prev. So we must show a link to the left side, and it's going to say older posts. Yes, but to display those, we'll say this: next posts link. Okay, so it accepts one parameter, and that is the name of the link, the text. Sorry. So the text is going to be older posts. And I'm going to do a small arrow here. Alright, so this might seem a bit counterintuitive because you're saying next posts, but the text is actually older posts. And you know, when you say older posts, it doesn't necessarily mean you know, previous posts. Next posts will return a link to page number 2, which essentially are older posts if those posts are displayed are ordered by date. Yes, so this will be next post's link, and also let's make this ready for translation like this. Adaptive framework. Alright, grab this, copy it, and we'll paste it right here. And this is the opposite. We're going to say previous posts, and we're going to say newer posts. So I hope this makes sense. If not, you know, leave a comment and I'll try to clarify it even more. Great. So let's see it. There it is, older posts, page number 2. Older, newer posts brings me to page number 1 again. Perfect. Okay. Next up, I forgot to do one little thing right here. The article, which is the main container of the post, should have some additional classes, and we'll start actually with an ID. Post, and I'll do a PHP the ID. Okay, and this will generate, let me show you, yeah, articles with an ID of post 188, post 1, 358, and so on and so forth. And you know, it's good to keep these because they will help later on when using comments and stuff like that. So we must add some additional classes as well, and we'll do PHP, yeah, and we're gonna say post class. Now post class will will actually return all the classes that are relevant to that post. So in my case, yeah, I have an article with a class of sticky. Yeah, I have some more posts with format standard, format gallery, format aside, and so on and so forth. But also, excuse me, you saw that we have an existing class of clear fix. Well, if we want to add that class, all we got to do is pass it in as a parameter. So clear fix, and that's going to append the clear fix class to the class list right here. Okay, great. So now let's talk a bit about post formats. As you can see, as you know actually, or don't know, post formats were introduced in WordPress 3.4, if I'm not mistaken. They are relatively new, and there is a fixed number of post formats, like a side, gallery, link, quote, video, audio, stuff like that. So you can't change them. What you can change is how you show them. So in my case, I have 3 post formats. It's the quote, yeah, it's the URL, the link, and we'll also be showing the gallery post format. So how exactly do we get those to show properly? Well, we can do that using an if-then statement. So we would have if, and we'll use the function get post format, and this will return either false if it's a standard post, or it will return a string with that post format. So if get post format, for instance, is like quote, then we're going to display something else, we're going to display something else. But you know, it can be a big headache if you have multiple post formats. So a much elegant solution is to use get template part, and that looks something like this. Get template part, and it has 2 arguments. One of them is the slug of the generic template. In my case, is content. The other parameter is the name of the specialized template. So in my case, it's going to be the post format itself. So I'll say get post format, like that. Okay, so get template part, actually it includes the contents of a file inside this file, and the file name that it searches for is given by these 2 parameters. So in my case, if for instance the post format is gallery, the file name that it's going to load is content gallery.php. If it's a standard post, so it doesn't have a post format, it will just load content.php. So we can use that to our advantage. We can create multiple files that will handle different post formats. Okay, let's create one for the standard post format. So content.php. I'm gonna grab this, all of it, cut it, and paste it inside content.php. Okay, let's say template for standard post. Okay, let's see if it still works. Yes, it still works. Okay, the next one will be for the quote post format. So let's go ahead and duplicate this into content quote template for quote post, and let's have a look at its structure. So we have an article header with a div class quote container. Let's go ahead and copy these. Okay. So let's see, we have a span for that little icon, and then we have the categories and the date. Okay, so the date. So we're gonna copy this, the categories. Okay. And I just noticed something, just bear with me for 1 second. September 4. Okay, I think I made a small mistake when I was writing the time here, because it's not date format, it should be time format. Okay, and we also need to show the date. Yeah, sorry about this. I don't know what happened there. Let me just quickly fix this. So the date and date format. Okay, that's much better. So now the date is shown and also the time. Weird. A little slip up. So, okay. And then coming back to our quote container, block quote and site. Okay, and this actually is exactly the content of the post. So delete this, and I'm just gonna say the content. Okay, delete this, we don't need it. All right. So let's see if we did anything right there. Let's find a quote post. There it is. Yep. Okay, perfect. So this is the quote. Next up is the link, and the link is pretty similar. Let's see, post format test link. All right. I think that's in the first page somewhere. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate this, and I'm gonna call it content link, template for link post, and let's see, span with class of post format URL. All right, article, okay, so categories extra, and then div class URL container. Okay, post to quote container, and then this one has a paragraph. This will be the link description, and then a span with the link. All right, I think I'm just gonna keep the content here. All right, pretty good, pretty good. We can actually change this, and we can add a paragraph right here, the title. Okay, so actually the link description will be the title, and the content, well, will display the actual link. All right, so let's do a span here. Let's close that span. All right, pretty good. Okay, what else? Post format gallery. I think I had, yeah. All right, so let's see about this gallery, and we are done with this video. Okay, so content link, content. I'm gonna duplicate this, the content PHP. Okay, so we'll name this content gallery. All right. So let's open this. We'll say template for gallery post. Okay, header. Let's see, we'll keep this whole thing. All right, we'll close the header and we'll delete these two. Okay, now for the gallery, what we want to do is we want to only show the first image in the gallery and then a text right beside it showing this gallery contains, you know, 5 photos, 10 photos, depends on the amount. So to do that, first we must get all of the images inside the gallery. So we'll start with this new variable. We'll say gallery ads. Okay, and it's going to be an array. Okay, and the first pair will be post parent, and that's going to be actually post ID, and post, this one refers to the post that is currently loaded within the loop. And then we have post mime type. We'll say what kind of content we have, and we have images. Okay, next one, we'll say gallery images. It's a new array, and we'll use get children, and we'll pass in the gallery ads, the array we just created. So we can easily do, you know, instead of this we can do the array, but you know, by doing this we have a more organized code. So inside gallery images we have all the images inside the gallery, yes? Then we're going to test if we have any images. So if not empty, yeah, gallery images. Okay, so if it's not empty, we need to count them. So I'll say gallery count equals count gallery images. Okay. Next, what did we say? We need to get the very first image and display it. Yes. So create a new variable. First image, and we'll use a cool function here. It's called array shift, and we'll give it as a parameter gallery images. So what this does is it grabs the very first image from gallery images, it puts it in this variable, and then reorders the gallery images array. So it basically just takes out that image completely. Okay, so once we do that, we'll do this display first image. We'll use another function. It's going to be wp get attachment image. Okay, first image, and we'll grab the ID. All right. So basically, we're getting the actual image. We're putting it in this variable. Okay, so once we do that, we'll display the first image, and actually we needed the previous where is it? This one. I shouldn't have deleted it. Okay. So if not empty, okay. let's paste it here. Okay, so basically we're displaying this inside the if statement. That's why I made this, I closed and reopened the PHP here. So href should be the permalink. This hasn't changed, and this one, instead of the whole image, I'll just do PHP. I'll do an echo display first image. All right. So let's see if we got anything, and we do actually. Let's see the gallery. All right, so this is the first image inside the gallery. Next, we need to display a text saying, you know, we have this many photos in the gallery. And for that, right here, I'm gonna create a paragraph, and I'm gonna do strong, and we'll say this gallery contains X photos, but also we need to make this available for translation. So I'm going to do PHP. I'm going to do this _n. Yeah, and _n is used to retrieve singular or plural strings based on a certain amount. So I'm going to do this. This gallery contains S photos. Okay, this is for singular. Then we're going to say this gallery contains X photos. And here comes the actual value that will be used to see if we display the singular or plural. So that's going to be gallery count. And finally, the fourth parameter is the domain. Okay, so now if we take a look, nothing's showing because we must print it. So I'm going to wrap this whole thing in a printf. Yeah, and I'm going to close it right here. Okay. Except we need a second parameter, gallery count. Okay, so now this gallery contains 8 photos. All right, cool. So I hope this wasn't too complicated. I wanted to make it really easy to understand, and I'll just run it by you guys one more time. So first of all, we are defining an array where we're defining some attributes. We're getting the post parent and the post mime type. And then we're getting all of the images based on those values, yeah, that we defined. So all the images from the current post. We're putting them inside the gallery images. This is an array, yes. If it's not empty, then we're counting the images inside it. We are taking out the first image, and we are actually grabbing the first, the actual image based on that ID. Next, we echo that image. And finally, we did a text showing exactly how many items there are in that gallery. Okay, and this is it for this video. It was a bit longer, sorry about that, but I just wanted to finish all of the post formats in one video. Okay, thank you for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye bye.